Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time we have a deck profile included in the new movie pack, Gogeta. On the front side is just Goku and Vegeta, and when he attacks, you draw a card from your life, and then you draw a card from your deck. Just like the Krillin leader and all the leaders from the draft box. But then when he awakens, you untap one energy and draw one card, which is pretty interesting because it's the only leader that does that. Backside, he fused, and he's pretty good, still attacks, draws a card like normal. And then he basically makes it where you can remove barrier threats by taking a card from your from your life, putting it in the drop area, and he gains 5,000 power and it negates all abilities of all cards on the field that your opponent controls. And you can only Union Fusion after you use his ability. You can either play a threat and then do it as well, and do all your plays and then do it, and then you can remove their cards, which is pretty interesting. But the only downside of this deck, you cannot include anything in this deck that costs more than 5. On the card it says you can't include cards with any cost of 6 or more in your deck, which is kind of a downfall. It won't allow me to play Scientist Fu or anything like that, which is kind of upsetting, but nonetheless, it's still pretty good. Starts with the deck. You got 4 of your Gogeta. Yes, we're playing a Union Fusion deck. This card's amazing. It requires a Gogeta and a Vegeta from your hand to be sit to the drop area to pay for 4 energy, and you Union Fuse. So you place this guy on 4. If you have 5 more cards in your drop area, you get his auto, and you draw 2 cards and put 2 cards your opponent controls on the bottom of the deck. And it doesn't specify any power. So this guy, he allows it to where even barrier threats get disappeared. So Vegito, we don't care about him in this specific deck. Just got to maintain your life so you can use its ability to do that as well and not go too low and die. But yes, he's pretty powerful. The main win con of the deck. Oh, got to figure out what you're going to fuse with. The Vegeta and the Goku from the starter deck both have amazing abilities when they're fused with. This one untaps an energy, the Vegeta does, and the Goku draws you a card when you fuse with them, which is pretty awesome. And they 20,000 3 drops, which is pretty powerful in itself. Yes, the vanillas are cool and all, but you don't really need them for this specific style of deck. I'm not playing Viku. I was trying it, really did, and it's not really worth it. 2 at our cost Vegeta. This is also a card you can fuse with. 20,000 power. Costs 4 more, but it doesn't matter. He is a sneaky triple striker that kills cards. You can also play him. Draw a card at 5 energy. Take 2 lives after you use your ability over here. If you've been saving it, and you'll be able to KO something that's in your way, and then he'll gain power. And there's other cards in this deck that makes it where this guy's more efficient, but I'll explain it a little bit. The next part of the fusion lineup, obviously, one of my favorite fusions is Gotenks. It requires 2 cards with the same power, Trunks and Goten, to fuse for 2 blue energy, which is very key. And when you fuse with him, you draw 2 cards, and then when he attacks, draws a card, and he has critical. Pretty powerful card. So, sometimes it's not even worth just fusing for him, because the cards that you're fusing with are powerful cards themselves, but he is pretty neat sometimes to fuse for 2 energy to help push for plays. Your fusion targets for him are Unyielding Spirit Trunks, and oh my god, Scrambling. I saw some good too. This card is awesome in this deck. It's yellow, which gives you another thing you can do with this deck, and helps your attacks be more lethal. It helps you dig for combo pieces, and you can actually just pay him for 2 energies pretty good himself. But I had to implement something to make it a little better and that deck a little more versatile, so I included a small swap engine. Just 3. This guy, you draw 2 cards a turn with your leader from your life, and your opponent, if it hits you, they draw another card. So you usually will see this card with this card, which is pretty neat. But you do need a yellow energy to do it, so that's why I included 3 of him, and that's it. I didn't want to clog my deck with too many yellow cards. I do need 2 blue energy to actually play most of my cards, which is why I only chose to play this many. I could try to find one more spot for a 4th copy of this guy, or another swap target, but it's not really necessary. It's not a priority win. But the last 2 yellow cards, I only played 9 total between those. 2 bad ring. This is like, I usually will charge one of these and hope I get another one, or charge one of these and then hope I draw into more. But it's basically how you play this deck is you try to get down low in life with critical, and then you bad ring to negate when you're pushing for game. For the support cards, super combos, got 4 of this guy, North Cry. This is better than Boost Attack, but a little weaker, which doesn't matter. But when you're at 4 or less, you draw a card, but he gained 10,000 regardless if you're at 4 or less. And you're always going to get 4 or less. You're taking your life like crazy. 4 Senzu Bean, obviously staple for blue decks, and 4 Dimension of Magic. That's the only Gogeta play in the deck. You don't really need Nimbus, but you could side it. But I do think it's neat that against Storm you have this and Nimbus and Bean, which is super defensive. If you get Mira, which is the main real threat against most decks, you can just play. You have Battering for their Battering, and you also have a blocker that gets in his way, which is good to note against Storm. You got 3 Soul Punisher. This card is awesome. You can get good on defense and offense. Puts on immense pressure or defends against big pressure. It gains, your leader will gain 15,000 instead of 10, which is basically like a super combo, like a pseudo super combo. But you draw the card. And you didn't have to draw the card and then combo with it but this card gives you critical, which is pretty sweet. I was playing 4. It could bump back up to 4, but I really did not enjoy 4 copies because you cannot power up anything but your leader with it, which is the main issue with it. 1 Flute. Yes, there's a flute in this deck. There's Go-10s. I really like it whenever I go for my Grandpa into Go-10, attack the Go-10, bounce back the Go-10, and you can keep doing it over and over. That's the only reason Flute's in here, really. If you're not playing that swap engine, you do not play this card because there's not really anything for you to bounce back. And you don't really have to worry about blockers that much usually, which is something you can take a note, but you can do with this, but because this guy will negate all blockers, or Vegetos, or Deadly Defenders, and all those kind of cards. That's why he's neat. And the last 3 cards, I was trying to stick without these at first, but you really need it. A lot of times you go hit them from 5 to 3 with critical with your leader for 40,000 with just 2 cards, and you draw so many cards on the front side, and with Go-10 and stuff, and you do that, and boom, you hit them for a lot of damage, and it's pretty quick. And this is there's not many double strikers besides this, besides Gogeta. So, and there's Vegeta for triple strike, which is obviously sneaky. But yeah, you need this card in this kind of deck. You could probably go down to 2 with it because you're playing Go-10 and play another yellow card if you'd like. That's up to you. But if you guys change this deck up a little, you can always comment what you think's bad about the deck, or we can change, because this is, I tested it a little bit against Janemba with this. That's mainly what I get to play against. Yeah. My girlfriend's been playing it. And you most definitely need this kind of card against those kind of decks. Especially, well, any deck really in general. It's also a 10k power, which is relevant, I guess. If you guys would like to get one of these Gogeta leaders, I have 35 on the way. My locals will obviously get some of them. I'm going to be giving away some of my subscribers. But you guys need to comment below what your favorite part about my channel is. And then I'll decide to ship you guys these. The only thing you have to do for me is pay for shipping if you like tracking. But if you do not like tracking, I will not worry about spending the $1 to send you this for free. So it's up to you if you need tracking or not. But thank you guys for watching, and please hit the like button and subscribe and hit the notification button if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more Dragon Ball content, especially for Nationals this weekend. See you guys next time.